These are the solutions for the third practice quiz for quiz 3 in Algebra 2 in the second try. So as in the first practice quiz, the first two problems are the Pythagorean theorem. Trace the right angle. Okay, that's your a squared plus b squared, and then go on to solve. So up here, trace the right angle. So x squared plus 10.9 squared equals 17.2 squared. And then isolate the x squared, and that should be about 13.3. Again, going rapidly through these. That's work you should know. Okay, problem 3. You can set everything up for angle t first if you want, and then do the 3 ratios. So sine of t, O divided by h, 8 over 17. That means that cosine of c is also 8 over 17. So it's the other function of the other angle. So cosine of t is 15 over 17. So sine of c is also 15 over 17. And you can, again, flip the O and the A around and choose angle C and see that tangent of t is 8 over 15. And then tangent of c would be 15 over 8. Again, to save time, I'm not going to do that, but you can pick angle C and relabel the triangle and see that those indeed are the answers. So 4, 5, 6, and 7 are about solving these using a trig ratio setup. So the first one we're going to have is the tangent, because the O and the A has the x and the 14. So tangent of 42 is x over 14. So how do you know the x is on the top? If the x is on the top or the bottom, you don't worry about it. You worry about doing TOA. Tangent equals opposite over adjacent, x over 14. So x is going to be 14 times tangent of 42. And that's going to be 12.6. So here, adjacent, hypotenuse, opposite. So this is going to be cosine of 59 over 1 is x over 20. So x is going to be 20 times cosine of 59, 10.3. All right, so 6 and 7 are going to be about using sine inverse, cosine inverse, or tangent inverse to solve for these. So go ahead and get this so you can see where the sine is going to be the one used here. So sine of x is 9 over 22. And then you take the sine inverse of both sides to get the answer, so about 24 degrees. So here, adjacent, hypotenuse, opposite. Get that labeling correct. Get that labeling correct. O and the H. So sine of x equals 36 over 47. So x is sine inverse again of 36 over 47, and that's going to be about 50 degrees. All right. Okay, so our famous ladder problem again. 12 feet long, 54 degrees. And then how far is the ladder from the base of the wall here? So this again, A, H. Oh, so this is a cosine. So cosine of 54 equals x over 12. So x is 12 times cosine of 54. And that is about 7.1 feet. Problem 9, so we're going to go 8 miles north and 10 miles east. And then how far is that? Call it D this time. So 8 squared plus 10 squared is D squared. So remember, you want to trace the right angle. That tells you your A squared plus B squared every time. 12.9. Oh, 12.8. I rounded wrong. Sorry. 12.8. Okay, 30, 60, 90, 45, 45, 90 rules again. So as you get good with these, you can tell, all right, the Y's got to be 10 because this is 30 degrees this is 2x, x, and then the square root of 3x. So Y's got to be 10, and then 10 times the square root of 3. So over here, these got to be 3 and 3 because it's the square root of 2 times either one. I'm going to give you ones that work pretty nice. So this in our label would be x square root of 2x. So x is 3 in that, figuring that out from the schematics, we'll say. Okay, so we want to know what this is. So 288 is d squared. And then we want to square root that. And that is going to be about 17. Okay, so here I've done this a little bit better this time. So 60, and so you can use 30, 60, 90 rules now because this is 30 up here, meaning that this is 2 and this is 2 times the square root of 3. So I'm going to make it that way to where you can quickly get the sides in the right triangle. All right, so A here has to be 2, and then 2 times the square root of 3 plus 2. Okay, so 2 to the right and 2 plus 2 times the square root of 3, or 2 comma 5.5 if you rounded it, if you decimalize that situation. That would be, so I would need to see that you write this in and not just say, oh, that looks like about 5.5. Okay, and then the spiral. So degree is 3. Oh, don't miss that. Here's the term. Leading coefficient is 5. The y-intercept is 9. Be careful. 2 units down. So that's y minus 2 and then 3 left. So x minus 3. So we got to put y plus 2 in and then x minus 3 in. Excuse me. Whoops, I'm sorry. X plus 3. So 3 units left is x minus 3. We got to put x plus 3 in. And so now solve for y. Don't FOIL this out. Typically, I had you do that. That would be the simplify. You know, after you replace your x, you're supposed to simplify. Don't do that on this. To subtract the 2 over, that would be minus 8. You do need to solve for y every time you substitute in for y. Okay, solve by factoring, show your work. So here are your 2 zeros, which you can look up in the math portal. So our 2 factors are x minus 7 times x minus 3. Don't forget a common factor check. I didn't talk about that last time. There is not one here. X times x is x squared. And then make sure you set these equal to 0. This is the forward way of doing this. When I teach you factoring, I teach you to go this way. Okay, so I'm getting to the answer first and then going backwards, but make sure that you do check for the common factor and that you show this work. This is the link between the x-intercepts, the solutions, what you get from the quadratic formula or completing the square, and the factors. Both ways you need to know. Okay, and that is the third practice for the third quiz in the second try of Algebra 2.